Today I choose to follow you. Today
Good morning. It's Friday, the 3rd of September. Trust that you've had a good week and that you're looking forward to the weekend and that you've already booked and that you're planning to be in a service this weekend. The body of Christ needs you. You need to not just go to receive, but to be a blessing. Speaking of that, turn to John chapter 5, Johannes hoofstuk 5. And we're just going to look at one verse, verse 30. This is Coffee with God. So I trust you got a decent cup of coffee. Again, this isn't my first on a Friday. We have a men's fellowship here. So I've already got a couple of coffees in, but this is always a special coffee. John chapter 5, verse 30, Jesus speaking, he says, I can do nothing of my own initiative. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I do not seek my own will, but the will of him who sent me. And remember, Jesus, at one point at the end of his ministry life, 3 years of ministry, he set his face towards Jerusalem and he went with purpose and with meaning to Jerusalem. And he knew, but nobody around him knew, that in order to do the will of God, he was going to be falsely accused, arrested, beaten, tortured, almost to the point of death, and then carry a cross, hang on a cross, die on a cross. And that was the will of God. And no wonder he prayed in a garden before and saying, not my will, but your will be done. But here in John 5, he says already, I do not seek my own will, but the will of him who sent me. And I want to encourage you, the whole week we've been looking at the fact that God is working a plan in your life, in my life. God is besig met ons. Hy het 'n plan en hy het 'n doel en hy werk daai plan. En baie keer wil ons hier laat wakker word en vir hom sê wat hy moet doen en hoe ons dink hy te werke moet gaan. But here Jesus shows us very clearly, I do not seek my own will, but the will of him who sent me. Now, we often start every day with great expectations and great plans and great things that we've thought out that we're going to achieve in that day. And as we get derailed, we get sidetracked by God, instead of accepting it and leaning into it, we get frustrated and upset by it. Now, let me just say to you, sometimes life throws us curveballs, and I want you to turn to Mark chapter 9. And we know this account. It's Jesus just after the Mount of Transfiguration, die berg van verheerliking. Hy kom toe af en daar's 'n man wat se seun deur demone besit is, en hy het die disippels gevra om dit uit te dryf, maar hulle kry dit toe nie reg nie. Maar die man kom na Jesus toe en ek tel op en sê in verse 22, it has often thrown him into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us. And Jesus said to him, if you can, all things are possible to him who believes. And I want to take that. All things are possible to him who believes. And here this poor father is reaching out in desperation because his son's life is in danger. And he's desperate for help. Now, my friends, as we go into this weekend, as we go into this Friday, the Lord's will in your life will accomplish that for which it is purposed. So all things are possible. All things are possible if you believe. Believe that God's will, God's plan for your life is far better than what you can ever think or imagine or plan out for yourself. So go into this weekend, not just with set plans about what you're going to achieve and what you're going to do, but always be open to anything is possible because you believe that God is with you and he's going to go with you into this weekend. As you go to the service this weekend, Lord willing, believe that God is going to do the impossible through you. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't undervalue yourself. You are an amazing person. God is working in you, on you, with you, through you. Don't ever sell yourself short. Believe that all things are possible. And that makes it easier to say, not my will, but your will be done. Jesus didn't seek to do his will because he knew he could trust God with God's will for his life. Won't you do the same? Have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy the rest of your coffee. Think about it. Let me know what you think. And if you're struggling with anything that I've said, please contact me. But have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and be a blessing in church on Sunday. God bless you.